Hello, my name is Yeff. I'm an artist and researcher and the founder of R100 Studios. Here we use academia as a medium to explore installation, artworks and performance in the aim to allow the general public to interface and connect with complex ideas. And when the Berlin Wall fell, I was actually 10 days away from being born. For as long as I've remembered, I've wanted to make music. I remember in school, my teacher saying everything's been done, and I immediately said, no, it hasn't. And I think that had a major influence on me. As an artist, the portfolio of work that I've developed aims to break down the walls of our understanding of the human voice. There is still so much to explore, and as something as old and profound as the human voice can actually be a shared common ground of understanding, a medium in which we can explore many themes. And this body of work is there to fuse the arts and the sciences in brand new ways. I think it's a very fair question. Why would a collection of artworks make sense to be seen as research? But as we move into an age of mass complexity, we need to shine torches on new problems in new ways. And the artistic exploration of difficult ideas is actually a fundamental way of creating empathy and connection and experience that traditional methods of communication do not. We have found that the human voice is an incredible common ground for the social, cultural, tech, artistic, and academic scientific communities. We can use the human voice to explore a myriad of subjects that questions communication, our understanding of ourselves, and how we interface with the world around us. Soon there will be 8 billion voices on planet Earth, and we actually have a crisis of communication. All of the most remarkable tools of reasoning that we have developed are simply not enough anymore. We need to find new ways of generating awe, experience, and wonder so that the remarkable ideas found in academia and expertise really connects on a fundamental level with people that in the current time with traditional media are turning away. And things like misinformation are a huge challenge. Sensationalism are a huge challenge because they generate fear. Artists are responsible for undoing narratives of fear, and Future Voices represents that challenge. Works like Inner War showcase the use of an fMRI to explore the idea of an inner voice. In the work, you can see a one-of-a-kind MRI capture where there is hands placed over the top of a skull. We pass through, we see. It represents the idea to share during their epidemic of non-communication. Mental health and suicide is through the roof, and this piece allowed us to travel around the world and create conversation, showing the subject in a new way. Second Self created an emotional connection to machine learning, and it was seen by thousands around the world in cinemas. A demographic of people that would never normally consider emerging technologies now has curiosity, and that curiosity can lead to knowledge. But the most recent project is a collaboration with Thomas More and Philip Clemo, exploring the work with a choir of individuals who have all had their voice taken away from them. They have all overcome a laryngectomy and throat cancer. I'm using experimental vocal techniques to help them express in new ways. And Philip Clemo and Thomas More have done incredible background research in which I can maximize through the creative process. We are giving the voiceless a new voice. we are going to pair the voices of this choir with the voice of a tree that overcame Hiroshima. Both have a different relationship with radiation, but this is another example of how you can use the arts to create emotion. You can bridge gaps between disciplines that before did not exist, and a body of work can help us fight for new connections with each other by using the medium that is the human voice. I believe we have a fundamental responsibility to understand how we can actually fuse expertise across the world, and can we actually maximize artistic expertise, make the arts not something that is decorative and something that can be truly integrated universally. Separating performance arts and artists who create for the sake of stimulation to artists that can really fuse and enhance global problem-solving issues. I think the human voice is still massively unexplored, and I just am afraid that many fundamentals of our humanity are being ignored. And if we're forgetting our voices and using our voices, what else are we forgetting? I actually have one of the most unique vocal ranges on the planet. Hundreds of sounds I've collected from tens of thousands of hours of practice, and my family and my parents have seen me be obsessed with it with many, many years, but they've seen it go from performance in the arts to trying to understand how I can actually help the world, and they're very, very supportive of that.